Hey, what's up with it, King? What's up with it, Queen? You already know who it is. It's your big brother, Demont Pope, aka Mr. Purpose over pointless excuses. Yeah. Hey, I want to thank you for checking in. I really do appreciate you taking time out to listen or view. Listen, I got another special guest for you. We've been doing this for a while, so you already know I keep the guests coming, so I'm grateful for that. But today we got a special guest. I know you want to know who it is, as always. So without further delay, no more wasting time. Listen, I'm going to present to some and introduce to others. All right, my sis, Miss Lala Bradford, aka Lala. What's up, sis?
Hey, what's good? Hey, what's good, y'all? Thank you so much for having me on. What's up, y'all? My name is Lala. I'm a motivational speaker, health coach, Army vet, and I'm just excited to be on here today.
Yeah, Lala, that's what's up, man. Y'all heard her say Army vet, man. So listen, don't get it twisted. A soldier in this house, all right? So look, I'm grateful, sis. Thank you so much for stopping through here to help me add value to the viewers and listeners as we talk about purpose. You get what I'm saying? We want to inspire, motivate some people. We want some people to walk away feeling like we gave them something today. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
All right. So without further delay, let's get into the first question, right? I know you, all right? I know a little bit about you. You got some great things going. You got a lot of things going on. So let me ask you this. Tell us who exactly is the Lala Bradford, or Lala. Let's put some respect on it, right? Who is Lala and what exactly do you do?
Who am I?
Yeah.
I'm a woman with a mental and physical transformation. Man, I went through so much growing up as a kid. I've dealt with bullying, being obese. When I went in the military, I talked about, I just was in the military. I got bullying again, dealt with sexual harassment.
Wow.
I dealt with depression, all types of things. Yeah. And then I started to have a physical transformation. And then over time, I developed a mental transformation. So now I'm that person, that woman that is helping others have their own transformation, giving them the same tools that I use to develop. So now I got to do the same for others. So that's who I am. And pretty much that's what I do, travel to go help, people develop into that better version of themselves.
Absolutely. I love it. So basically you've been transformed. You're a transformed woman, but you talked about, you talked about that obstacle, right? You talked about that adversity, man. You talked about early on, you said a struggle with obesity, right? You said harassment, sexual harassment, you've had to endure that, you know what I mean? And you're a veteran, right? You served the country, like in spite of what you've gone through, in spite of what you've been through, there was still something on the inside of you. It was a soldier inside of you, so to speak. There was a purpose inside of you. So I'm sure you joined the armed forces for selfless reasons, because it's definitely not about self when you join the armed forces. I myself am an Air Force veteran. So, shout out to those who are veterans who are paying attention to this. All right. So now you told us what you do. You travel around the world helping, right? Helping other people become transformed, not based of textbook information or a bunch of YouTube videos that you've watched, but from personal experience, right? You help people transform, and you help people go through the process and the development to basically realize their true potential and purpose, correct?
Yes.
All right. I love it. Now, let me ask you this. Has this always been something that you wanted to do ever since you were a little girl? Like, I asked that question the same way every time. Ever since you were a little bitty girl, was that what you wanted to do?
No, things have changed. When I was younger, what's crazy? I always did want to speak when I was younger. I always wanted to be into news broadcasting or television, because I idolized Lala, that was on MTV. I just I wanted to always have that mic in my hand. But when I was younger, I didn't have that confidence, to get in front of an audience and get in front of the camera. I didn't like how I looked, and the kids, they bullied me because of how I looked. My smile, I have nice teeth today, y'all, but I didn't always have nice teeth, you know what I'm saying? So those type of things really helped me back. So it was just I put it on the back burner. Then I was just let me try different things. I'm gonna do hair. Okay, I did that. I'm gonna go in the military. So now that I started to develop a voice, now I'm Let me get that mic.
Yeah.
Let me get the mic.
Hey, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. So let me ask you this, and I got to sprinkle some in here from time to time, right? To shake things up a bit. So you talked about a lack of courage. So in my opinion, like, how did you gain that courage, right? That confidence? You said a lack of confidence. So was joining the army, was is that where you developed that courage? Because I know me personally, right? Let me put my own business out there before I ask you to put yours out there. Me joining the military was a part of me taking a bold, courageous stand for something for myself that nobody else could really help me with. It was to build something, to find something that was on the inside of me. And actually it developed a leader. It turned a boy into a grown man, and it taught me structure, discipline, and confidence. So was that the same way for you?
Yes, it actually was, and amongst with other things. So yeah, I definitely gained some confidence, discipline. They definitely gonna teach you some discipline.
Don't
you know
that.
what I'm saying? So I had to learn, how to, put on my uniform, how to earn it, how to present myself like a professional, how to speak like a professional, how to address somebody that's in authority, all these different things. So it definitely built my confidence up. And then along with fitness. Fitness was like the recipe for me. It was my thing. So, before I went in the military, I had people tell me that I never passed basic training. Like, this is stupid. You're fat. Like, how are you going to pass? And I use that as fuel. Like, all right, I might be slow right now. I might be the last one to finish, but I promise you, I'm going to be ahead. Like, give me some time. And then eventually I was ahead of a lot of people.
Yeah. You know what you said that I want to highlight for the people, right? You said it gave you fuel, like the opposition, right? The obstacles, right? Like, we're familiar with obstacle courses, right? And how it challenges your confidence first, and then it challenges your strength physically, and it challenges your mental strength, right? So when they were talking about you, oh, you too fat, right? You can't run fast enough. You can't do this. They were telling you everything that you couldn't do, but on the inside of you, there was something burning up. And I believe it was even Michael Jordan, I think, when he was giving the Hall of Fame speech, and he was talking about when people were comparing him to Magic and all the other players, and he was like, it just added wood to the burning fire. So you telling me that just added fuel to your motivation, and as you develop physically stronger and you develop mentally stronger through the physical fitness, right? Because that's your thing, right? So talk to me about that. Like, how did it feel, right, to transform, right, a negative into a positive, and to be able to see the result and help other people get the results?
Man, it was definitely challenging at first, because I remember times like when I remember this one time I did a PT test in basic training, and the drill sergeant counted 2 of my push-ups. That's it, in the entire 2 minutes. Like, every time I did one, he kept saying 0, 0, 0. And he was talking mess, saying, that's all you can do. Why are you here? You weak. You can't do more than that. Like, I'll never forget that. It just kept drumming in the back of my head. So ever since that day, like in basic training, every single night I go on my bed, do push-ups while everybody talking and giggling on free time. I'm in there working out on push-ups every freaking night. And then the next PT test was like maybe 2 weeks later, I aced it just because I kept doing that repetition for a whole 2 weeks straight. And he noticed that I had got the same drill sergeant again to grade me. He was like, wait a minute, Private, I remember you last time. You've been working, haven't you? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll never forget that. So now that I've actually experienced something like that, now I can teach that to other people, like saying, like, you may have this going on right now, but this is not permanent. Like, this is only temporary, and this is going to set you up for success. You know what I'm saying? So you can't give up. Like, use that fuel. When people doubt you, like, use it as fuel to keep going.
Hey, I love it, man. I love it, especially how you highlighted the fact that in basic training, the whole point of the yelling and the challenging you, oh, that's all you got, why are you here? We know mentally they break us, right? And then they rebuild us, and basically they transform us from whoever and whatever we were into whatever they needed us to be, or whatever we were destined to be at that time, however you want to put it, right? But they definitely gonna make something out of you, right?
Yes, they are.
Right. So I love it, because you proven, right? That where you are is not where you will always be, or it doesn't have to be where you will always be. You were dedicated and committed to putting in more work while everybody else was taking advantage of the resting opportunities, because the resting opportunity were very few in between. Trust me, the resting opportunities were very little, but they took advantage of it while you was working. You was getting it in. And when it came time to take that test, nobody saw the extra reps that you was putting in. All they saw was, oh, I remember you. Oh, you've been working, huh? They saw the results. I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's keep this thing rolling, Lala. I love where we're going with this. Hey, by the way, if y'all are getting value from what's going on over here, I need you to hit the subscribe button, right? Hit the notification bell so you know when we release a new content. Like this, share it, right? You know, thumbs up. Let us know what you feel. Add some comments to it. If we're giving you something, let us know that we're helping you out, because we don't want to be wasting our time or your time, all right? So, all right, Lala, check it out. What is one of the most important lessons that you would say that you've learned over your career?
To not put limitations on myself, right? To not doubt myself. A lot of the times over the years, like I thought, like I didn't think bigger, you know what I'm saying? I always thought like, just fitness, you know, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? And then I started realizing like, this is not satisfying me. This is not bringing me, you know, I don't feel like I'm really serving in my purpose. I feel like I'm doing bare minimum. So what I want people to know is to, you know, think above and beyond, like let your dreams like exaggerate it, you know what I'm saying? So I started speaking affirmations. I exaggerate my affirmations, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to have 6 figures this year. You know what I'm saying? I'm this, I'm that. I want to have this, like exaggerate it. You know, even if you feel like it's going to take time for you to get it, it's still exaggerate it and place those thoughts into your mind so you can start creating it. So that was one of my biggest lessons, is to, you know, think big, because I was thinking very small for a while. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I see other people doing it. Oh, heck no, like I can do this too. So let me think big, you know what I'm saying? Let me go out there and get like the most value as possible. Like I deserve to have everything that I really want.
So you found inspiration from everywhere around you. So like you didn't get mad and start hating because they doing this and they doing that. You was like, well, look, if they can do it, I can do it too. And I know I can do it because I'm looking at them doing it. All right. And you also, listen, man, you said so much and we can pull so much out of that. Right. But I want to highlight the fact that you said not to put limits on yourself. And I can relate to that because listen, every time I turn around, even now, right? If we really are honest with ourselves, Lala, and everybody that's viewing and listening, if we really are honest with ourselves, every time we confess out of our mouths, like you were talking about the affirmations, right? So we know that there's power in our tongue, is life and death in our words, right? So every time you quote those affirmations, right, you begin to create something. But every time we quote the opposite, we wake up and say, oh, I don't feel like this. Or every time I personally say I can't do something, it definitely limits me or prohibits me from doing that very thing just because I said it out of my own mouth. If I say, look, man, I ain't got no money, man, I ain't got no money. And I'm saying this every day, regardless of whether or not I actually have money in the bank, if I continue to say that and think that and meditate on that, that's why I ain't got no money.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But if you exaggerate that thing, right? Listen, hey, man, my pocket right quick might be low, but guess what? The money is in circulation and it's on the way, and I'm going to be swimming in abundance and prosperity real soon, right? And they looking at you like you crazy. But then once you swimming in prosperity, they still going to be looking at you like, now I'm crazy. You get what I'm saying? So I love the fact that you said put exaggeration on the affirmation. That might be, I think, see, I be listening for the title of the episode. So I think that might be the title. Yeah. I like that. I love that. I love it.
Yeah.
Put exaggeration on the affirmation.
Yes.
One more time. Put exaggeration on the affirmation.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. All right. So now that we got the title of this episode, you know what I'm saying? Thanks to your sis, Lala Bradford over there. All right, let's get back into some more. We're talking about learning lessons. These episodes, Lala, they started off, listen, I just got an idea right quick about just, hey, it's so many young people that I've spoken with or I've presented to, and they've come back saying, hey, I want to do, you know, what you do, or I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be a business owner. I know it was hard for you to walk away from a guaranteed salary. Like even adults, people older than me are asking like, how did you get the courage to do whatever you're doing and whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm just going to get with a couple of friends and family members, and we just going to jump on and we're going to talk about our personal experience in business and entrepreneurship. And this thing is taking turns, left, right, up, down. We going all up through here, adding value and giving people purpose. So I'm so grateful for you and all the other guests that came through to make these episodes and this season possible. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, thank you.
Now, all right, let's get back into the interview, because they ain't came here to hear me get all emotional because of the love that the guests have been showing me, right? All right, so let's add value to these people, right? In your opinion, right, what will be one of the greatest personality traits or strengths, right, that someone would need in your particular field, whether it was they were entering the military, right, whether they were working in fitness, personal training, personal physical development, or whatever, or in the speaking field, traveling around the world, inspiring, motivating, and adding value and purpose, right?
Mm-hmm. So basically, like what someone would benefit from, like what's a personality trait someone would benefit from me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's a lot, but the one thing I would say is that I'm relatable. I really feel like, especially like recently, more and more people are starting to become more drawn to me, even like some guys, kids, women, and for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? I'd say like, I'm very approachable. You know what I'm saying? I'm open. I'm honest, and I just keep it real. I keep it 100, and that's just it. And I keep it respectful, but I also keep it honest as well. And I just feel like I'm a woman that went through so much and dealt with, you know, women issues and child issues and things like that. So now I present myself like, this is how a woman is supposed to present herself. This is how a woman should be, you know, how she showed like she respects herself. She loves herself. She has confidence. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why a lot of women and kids, young girls, like they relate to me, like, you know, dang, she's cool. You know what I'm saying? She, you know, she looks nice and she like to talk to us. And then the guys, I feel as though they relate to me because they may have sisters that may have gone through the things that I've went through, or their significant other, or they just may look at me because they like, dang, she, you know, I like talking to her. You know what I'm saying? I don't really talk to many women, but I like to talk to her because she's cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why I'm so relatable to a lot of people.
I dig it. So relatable is the word that keep coming out. So like whatever the case is, whatever the field or the industry that you're in, just purpose. We talking about purpose in general. Like in order to realize or walk in your purpose, right? In order to make an impact on somebody else, if that's what you're trying to do, you got to be relatable. Like you got to be able to be somebody that they can look at and be like, you know what? I feel where he coming from. You know what? I feel where she coming from. I can't believe she went through that too. He went through that too. You know what? They went through that, and this is where they are now. You know what? Let me buckle down a little bit, right? Let me focus a little bit, right? Let me change the way I'm thinking. Let me change the way I'm speaking. Let me change the confessions of my mouth. Let me change the affirmation, right? You know what I'm saying? Let me put some exaggeration on that affirmation. You get where I'm coming from? So listen, be relatable, right? Keep it 100, mean be authentic. You talked about being respectful. These are lessons, right? That will help you not just in a career or anything. This is going to help you in life. You know what I mean? Young people, like, get these, right? Respect, relatability, right? Yeah, we've all been young before, right? I know we older a little bit. Y'all be looking at us like we a little outdated, but listen, man, ain't no older people got that kind of drip right here. You did what I'm saying? But anyway, look, that ain't what we here to talk about. You feel what I'm saying? Look, me and my wife, we always tell our kids, look, we them cool parents. Like, don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? We still with it. We still lit. We know what's happening. You get me? So, Lala, let me ask you this, because we know you've already told us that you've gone through so many challenges and so many obstacles, but you also told us that the challenges, the obstacles, the opposition, the adversity, right? It was fuel to the fire. So now we're talking about the experiences of your past in those questions. Now we want to talk about your now. Like right now, what is the biggest challenge that you're facing in your business, in your career, in your purpose, right? And how are you handling it?
Whew. So many opportunities are coming my way.
Yeah.
You know that saying?
Ooh, that's a challenge. Oh,
listen, I'm explaining because listen to this. It's like you get what you ask for. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? So you have to make sure that you are prepared, that you are ready, that you know have mastered whatever it is that you need to master in your industry and all these different things, and just planning out what you want to do and what you don't have time for. Because just because it sounds good, don't mean that the opportunity is right for you, and it might not be right for you at that very moment. So right now I'm experiencing people hitting me up to do this, do that, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's like, dang, people want to do this and do that, but it can be overwhelming because I don't want to start something and I didn't finish the last task that I did, you know what I'm saying? And I've been finding myself dealing with that challenge where I start writing and then I start filming this. Now I'm starting to do this and then I stop doing that. So it's like, okay, let me come back to this later and let people know, like, I appreciate the opportunity, but I have something I have to finish first and let me finish that. You know what I'm saying? So that's really a challenge. But now I'm more so, I have it all balanced out, So to like today, my win going to this weekend, somebody hit me up for a collaboration. He has a huge platform for doing challenges for fitness trainers. He creates the whole challenge, the platform, the website, the link, and all of that stuff. And I went to his page. He got a bunch of people on there in the fitness industry, a bunch of big people that's done challenges with him. So he hit me up. He's like, I want to partner with you and you don't have to do anything. All you got to do is just get on there and do your workout videos and everything is set up, your videos and all of that. And he told me how much he'll get, which is not much. So he was just like, I was like, bet, you know what I'm saying? So little things like that, those type of things, those type of opportunities, like Under Armour hit me up like last week, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a bunch of different things. So you just want to make sure that you plan out exactly like the things that you want to do so you don't get overwhelmed.
That's very big. That's very big. And first of all, congratulations to you. Like you just ran through them accomplishments and like they was just small things. And we want to let people know, like, we want the phone ringing, right? We want the emails coming in. We want the requests, right? We want people to we want to be in demand, right? Listen, the thing is, you can't burn out in your purpose because if you're burnt out, then that means you're not walking in the fullness of your purpose, which means that you can't give of the best, right, that you have. You're giving what's left over. So you have to be balanced, planning, organization skills, get some training, right? Do some seminars, webinars, ask questions, like figure out how to organize, because I can definitely relate to the abundance, right, of attention and people wanting to connect. And you have to figure out, prioritize, okay, how is this maximum impact? Like, okay, what's the value in this? Okay, can I add value, or is this just something taken from me, or am I giving to this? Like, what's the importance of it? You really have to get down to the specifics of situations and prioritize. And sometimes you just got to embrace the no. You got to tell people, no, I can't do it right now. You have to take some time out for yourself. You got to be well rested. You got to be mindful, right? You just got to be healthy, right? You got to be healthy. So I love it because you're getting opportunities to do nothing that you haven't been doing, but you getting requests to do what you've been doing already. You already been uploading the workout videos and basically showing the progress. And now the work that you've been putting in, the reps that you've been putting in, kind of like back when you was in basic training and nobody wasn't knowing you was in there doing the push-ups. Now they seeing it. Now it's people you didn't even think. You said Under Armour then reached out to you when you just sped through that. But we talking about something that's real reputable. We talking big names here. So congratulations. And since we own that, I want you to take this time out to let everybody know where they can contact you, right? Social media handles, website. All right. You just told us about what's going on with those two events. Do you have anything else coming up that's exciting that you want us to know about? Let us know all of the information that you got going on right now with Lala Bradford.
Yes, well, on IG Live, I do holistic health 101 with my homeboy, one of my brothers in the holistic industry about nutrition and, fitness and all these different things. I do a live on there every Sunday, 8 p.m. So, if you want to tap in and get some, some good advice and things like that, you can. You can also find me on IG at Lala Bradford _. That is also my Twitter, my Facebook, and my website is DelilahBradford.org. Yeah, and I'm releasing this 2-week challenge, with the guy that just hit me up. I'm so excited. That's about to come early next week. So yeah.
Congratulations. Very, very excited for your success. Listen, I wish I had, listen, I always get to this one part and I always say, I wish I had a little more time, you know what I'm saying? But it's that respect. I gotta respect your time. I told my guests a certain amount of time, so I gotta stay within that, y'all. That's important. So it's discipline, right? Sometimes you be wanting to ask more questions and you be wanting to pull more, but you gotta be balanced, right? And again, I don't want to be told no in front of all of y'all. So I'm gonna ask this last question and we're gonna let Lala go and impact the rest of the world like she's already doing. So check it out, Lala. Before we get out of here, let's think about that little girl, right? Let's think about that little boy. You understand what I'm saying? Like yours truly, you know what I mean? Who struggled with feeling like I was a little obese growing up. And I used to tell my mom all the time, I'm not going to be fat. I'm not going to be fat. And, I'm in the room, you know what I'm saying? Doing push-ups and sit-ups and, I'm not seeing no results. And I had an uncle that would hit me up, you know what I mean? And he passed away, but he would always say, Neff, if you watching TV, every time a commercial come on, just jump down and do 10 push-ups. So I started doing that and I end up enlisting in the armed forces and, the rest is history. I'm now able to hold my own and you know what I'm saying? I'm a lot more confident, a lot clear-headed. Let me ask you something to that person that hasn't gone into the military like we did and found our inner confidence and inner leader and inner ability, right? To overcome obstacles and challenges. To that person who may not have the opportunities that you and I have or feel like they may not have the confidence to stand up in a room full of thousands of people or on a platform where there's millions of people that got access to see this information and hear this information. They may not feel like they can do it. We talking about purpose. So what I want you to do right now is add value to them. I want you to inspire them. I want you to educate, motivate, whatever you want to say to that person, that boy, that girl, that man, that woman, right? That group, right? Who may be struggling with some of the stuff that you and I struggle with.
Right. Well, for one, I want to tell that person that your circumstances does not define who you are, right? Whatever it is that you're currently going through right now at this very moment is not final. All right. And you have the power to take control over your life. You have power to, whatever you want out of life, you have that power to go get it. You know what I'm saying? And I highly suggest to start doing affirmations, start writing down these things that you want, start surrounding yourself around positive energy, right? And especially if you are a kid, a young adult, please understand that everybody isn't going to go with you. All right. Some people are not going to understand your journey, but that's okay. Right. Because you're going to start to attract the right energy. And then later on, those same people, when they see you elevating, they're going to circle back around, ask you what you're doing. They're going to come back around. You know what I'm saying? So it may seem like it's a lonely process in the beginning, but that's only because you're preparing yourself for the right energy that you need. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of my biggest struggles, just having to let go of the people that's around me. But now people are coming to me. What are you doing, Lala? I want in what it is. I got to change my diet. I got to do this. I got to do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very rewarding experience, when you can look back and say like, I did that. No one else walked in my shoes but me. I did that. You know what I'm saying? So use that as fuel to keep going. Like, your future self is your better self, right? And you got to keep looking like, I see you, I'm coming, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get there and use that as fuel to keep going to never quit.
I love it. Love it. Don't ever quit, right? Use it as fuel, right? Put some exaggeration on the affirmation. You understand what I'm saying?
There you go.
Right? She said, write it down. Right? Goals and accomplishments. Like you gave us so much value, Lala. I just want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to come kick it over here. But most importantly, Lala, don't go nowhere. Most importantly, those of you who are viewing, right, and listening, I want to thank you because you took time out to listen and view, and you stayed the entire episode. And I'm honored and I'm grateful for that. Now, I'll be back with you next week, but you already know how to tap in with your girl Lala. But until next week, it's your big brother Demont Pope, aka Mr. Purpose over Pointless Excuses. That's your big sis, Lala Bradford. Yeah.